Alright guys, so if you are watching this video, that means that you already watched my first part of Learn C++ Algorithms and Data Structures in 14 Days, which is a review of C++. If you already watched that, then you could watch this video, because this video is just doing the exercises from that first video in order to reinforce our knowledge of it. Okay, so let's do these exercises. By the way, guys, you have to do these before I do them. So please pause the video whenever we do an exercise. You have to do it before I do it in order to really reinforce it, and then you can watch what happens afterwards. Okay, which of the following is not a valid C++ variable name? Okay, so pause the video and see if you could do this. Okay, did you pause it? Okay, now let's continue. Okay, so if I recall correctly, you can't do, it just has to be a valid variable name. Just cannot start with a digit, but I could be very wrong. I don't remember. Let's just see. Okay, right here. This is the chapter of variable names. So, variable names may consist of combinations of letters, digits, or underscores, but the first character cannot be a digit. Okay, so yeah. So, in the exercises, it should, so I think all of these are valid. But in order to really see if it really is valid or not, let's just copy it and see if we can use it. So I think I'm valid. It has multiple underscores. Let's see if, okay, so we're gonna just do that. Okay, so this is valid. Okay, so yeah, I may have 2 or more digits to be valid. So let's see this. Is this valid? That's the bigger question, is, are all these things valid? And I believe they all are, because that's what they all are. They all are valid. I may have 2 or more digits and be valid. Funny thing about these is that why would anybody want to create variable names like these? Yeah, okay, so that's valid. I may start and end with underscores. Okay. I'm pretty sure you could do that. Okay, fine, okay, fine. I'll just... This is going to be a very long video. I'm sorry, guys, but we have to do this. It is a long video. So I start and end with underscores. So we're going to do... So yeah, I start and end underscores. Yeah, okay, so that's valid. I have a $sign. Okay. I have a $sign. Okay, so it's also valid. I am long and I have no lowercase letters. I hope this actually copies over, because if it doesn't, then can't really do anything about that. Okay, let's see. I have no uppercase or lowercase. So just do that. Quickly type. Yep, okay, so all these are valid. Write pseudocode description of a method for finding the smallest and largest numbers in an array of integers, and compare that to a C++ function that would do the same thing. Okay, so I'm actually not going to write pseudocode, but I'll just write the function for you. So pause the video, do it first, and then watch me do it. So write a pseudocode description of a method for finding the smallest and largest numbers in an array of integers, and compare that to a C++ function that would do the same. So I'm just going to write a function that does that. So it's going to find the smallest and largest numbers in an array of integers and compare that to a C++ function that would do the same. Okay, so did you guys do it yet? I hope you did. Okay, so I'm going to create a function called, it's going to be a void function, and it's going to have find largest and smallest. Then I'm going to pass in 2 integer references called smallest and then int largest, and then I'm going to pass in an array. It's going to be the prototype. Now I'm going to take this prototype and I'm going to write the implementation of it. So how are you going to do this? The reason I'm passing in the reference is because, oh, I should make this const. Should I make this a reference? No. Yeah, array of reference is not allowed. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to loop through. Loop through the array, and I can't do size. Ooh, okay. How do I get the length? Oh, dang, I can't get the length of the array. Ooh, that's really bad. I can't do that. I have to pass in a vector then. Okay. Okay, let's just assume we know the length. Because if it's a vector, I don't really want to pass in a vector. Okay, so let's say we have array. Okay, no, damn, I can't do that. Int. Let's create a random array. Random array. Right, and I'm going to have it have just whatever numbers, right? Alright, so here it should return 54,636. Okay, so I'm going to pass in that, and we're given the length. So I'm going to loop through the whole length of the array. And then I'm going to get the smallest and largest. So I make these references so that I could return them as the smallest and largest values. So this, let's say smallest, start. So then after this function call, I know what the smallest and largest values are. So now I'm going to print out largest value is largest. Smallest value is, and then smallest. Okay, so the reason why I'm making this reference is that after this function call, it would actually save the values of smallest and largest. Okay, so I'm going to loop through it. This is what I'm going to do. I want to get if array at, so I'm going to go through every element of the array. If whatever value is at the element is greater than the smallest, oh, it's greater than the largest, my bad. If it's greater than the largest, then I set largest is going to equal to array at I. Then I'm also going to check if array at I is less than smallest value. I'm going to set smallest is equal to array at I. And that's basically all I'm going to do in this function. Okay, and here, ideally, the smallest, I'm going to set smallest is going to equal any arbitrary number. So it's going to be integer dot, I think it's int underscore max. So I'm going to set the smallest number equal to the largest possible integer. And I'm going to set the largest number equal to the smallest possible integer. Int small. Wait. Let's just make that negative 1,000 or something. Now, after this, ideally this should return the smallest and the smallest and the largest. So if you guys understand what I'm doing, I hope you guys understand it. So I created two integers, smallest and largest. The largest is going to have the smallest number, like very small, it's a very small number. So then when I loop through the array, the first element, if it is the smallest number, if it's greater than it, the largest number would be equal to that. And for the smallest number, I set it as the maximum possible integer number. So then when I get to something that's less than it, it would just reset it to equal to that. So, and then I have the array and then stuff like that. And then I'm going to print it. Okay, so let's just see if it printed out. Whoa. Ooh, that's very strange. I wonder why. Oh, I didn't call the function. My fault. Guys, my fault. Completely my fault. So I need to pass this in, and I got to pass in the function. Length is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Length of 5. Random array. Largest is going to be largest. Smallest is going to be smallest. And then, yeah, this should work now. There's build errors. Okay, where are the build errors? Where are the build errors? I'm curious. Where are the build errors? Unresolved void. Extern symbol. It is a void. It doesn't return anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it's a reference, so shouldn't matter. Let's just see. I'm guessing it's something problem with the linking, which I don't understand why that would be a problem here. So I'm going to take this, cut it. Maybe it's prototyping. Wow, I don't know why that would be a problem here. Okay, maybe it's this. So I'll just do it like that. Maybe it's that. I don't know what the problem is. That's what happened. Why did we run it? Specified file. Why? Could just be my problem. Could just be Okay, here I'm gonna comment everything out to see what the problem is. So linking shouldn't be the problem. If it still runs here normally, there's something to do with the function. Okay, so this works. So something, I think I wrote the function wrong. Okay, sorry guys, this is gonna take a longer video than I thought, but I'm also learning just as you are learning. What am I doing wrong? Oh, okay, this should work now. Okay, so it works. Okay, the problem was because my prototype was wrong. Okay, so yeah, they got the smallest value and the largest value. Okay, sorry guys if that took way too long. Let's go to the next problem. So yeah, it worked. Smallest value is 4, largest value is 5,000. Oh, not this one. 54,636. Yeah. Alright, let's go to the next problem. Given a C++ definition of struct. Give a C++ definition. Okay, so that's not hard. So if I want a C++ definition of struct of a pair. Okay, and then what does it have to do? Struct of a struct pair that consists of two members. First is an integer called first, second is a double called second. Okay. First is an integer called first. Sorry. The second one is a second integer called second, and it's a double. And that's pretty much it. What are the contents of the string after the executing the following statements? So we have ABC, then CDE, S is equal to ABC, T equals to CDE. Then they do S plus T at 1, which is D. T at 1 is D. So they're going to add D after S, which is ABCD. Then they're going to add S after that, which is going to be ABCD plus ABC, because they're adding it because in this case S is still that first. So it's going to be ABC, D, ABC. Then they're going to add it S to equal to that, and they add another ABC. So I'm guessing it's going to be, I'm going to guess is ABC, D, ABC, ABC. So I think it's going to be here. I think it's going to be ABC, D, because you're add D. They're going to add ABC again. Then they're going to add the string ABC to it again. So it's going to be ABCD, ABC, ABC. Okay. Now let's actually run it to see if it works, if that's right. So let's just copy this. See if it's right. Okay, now we're going to print out S. ABC, ABC, D, ABC. Oh, okay. So I did it wrong. Okay, so the actual thing is ABC, ABC, D, ABC. Okay, so the concatenation is after it. Okay, so this is the right answer. The right answer is here. I'm going to put this in my answer. Right answer. So the right answer is ABC, ABC, right? And then it's going to be D and ABC. So why did my thing get the wrong answer? Well, let's see why. Okay, so we're going to go here and we'll see why it did. So the right answer is ABC, D, ABC. So ABC, ABC, D, ABC. Okay, so here it's S is ABC, T is C, D, E, right? So now before we add, so we're gonna do right first. So S plus T at 1. T at 1 is D, plus T at 1 is D, right? So that's this character D, plus S. Well, what is S? S is S is ABC. So at ABC, and we're adding D, so that'll be D, then ABC. So that's what they got here. ABC, D, ABC. Now when they do S plus equals, they're actually adding S again, but it's to the front. So this is S plus. So when you do S plus equals, it's actually equal to S plus whatever that is. So you're adding S to the front, which means this becomes, what is S? ABC. So that would be ABC. Okay, I want to show you guys what I mean. So this is the statement of this, right? And then that made this. So let me just put that here. Now they did S plus equals to this statement, right? Okay, let me just rewrite it like that. Right? Then after that, S plus equals is the same thing as S plus this, which then this equals to ABC. This is this, right? This part. So then this is ABC, ABC, D, ABC. And that's how they got this answer. ABC, ABC, D, ABC. I hope that it made sense to you guys. This part is equal to this, right? Then once we got this part, we got this, right? Then they did S plus equal. Well, S plus equal, so S plus equal, this part, right, is just S equal to S plus this. So that got this, okay? Next part, consider the expression y plus 2 times z plus plus. Add parentheses to show the precision of the evaluation for the rules of operator precedence. Okay, so I'm just gonna find where it was the rules of operator precedence. We're gonna go here. We're going to find the operator precedence. Okay, so here's the operator precedence. So we're gonna copy this. Okay, this is they want to add parentheses. So we want to add precedence. So where's the rules of precedence table that I just showed you guys? So what is the first precedence? Well, we see these scope resolution first. So they want first is postfix. So we're gonna do postfix first. Do this. Okay. Then they do prefix. We don't have a prefix, so we don't do that. Then we do multiplication and division. So this, we do this. And we do this. Okay? Then we do addition and subtraction, which is this. We do addition and subtraction. Okay? And then we do shift, but there's no shift. We do comparison. So then we do this last. And there's nothing else here, so that was the rules of precedence. That's what we have here. Alright, let's go to the next one. Okay, consider the following attempt to allocate 10 elements of pointers to doubles. Initialize the double to 0. Rewrite the incorrect to do it correctly. Okay. So what we want to do, so here's what they did. They did this. They okay, so we want to rewrite this. Rewrite this. So they did this wrong because they didn't. What is with, oh yeah, my bad. Okay, so, well, C++ already, the Visual Studio already told me what was wrong. Problem is because they didn't, double cannot be assigned, type double cannot be assigned to an entity of double star. So what they need to do is they need to, this is a array of pointers. So what they need to do is they need to initialize every single pointer. So to do that, we need to use the new keyword. So we have to do here is equal to new int. Right? I think. Wait, let me see. Wait, what? Wait, let me see. Okay, we have to go back to this part of allocation. Memory allocation. No, that's not what we need to do. Where's the pointers? Pointers. Zoom in. Let me take this out. So we need to create a. Alright, bye. Sorry, that was my family just left. We need to create. It's an array of pointers, right? We need to allocate each pointer. So I need to use the keyword new and create allocate memory for each pointer. So how do I do that? Well, I should just be able to use the new keyword. It should just be new int, I'm pretty sure. What am I doing wrong? A value of integer star cannot be assigned to an entity of double. Oh, new double. Oh, okay, yeah. So new double. So that created allocate memory for each double. Okay, so now that I have, because it's an array of pointers, right? I have that. Now I could do star dp is equal to 0.0. And I could do that by, can I do this? Yeah, okay. So then, now if I for loop it and print out all the values, it should have 0, 0. What's with this system pause? What? Oh. Okay, my fault guys. So now I'm just gonna see out star dp add I, and that should pretty much, and print out a space key. That should ideally give me a bunch of zeros. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so yeah, that did. I'm gonna delete the other. Just comment this. Okay. Oh. Okay. So yeah, that gave me all a bunch of zeros. Let me just redo it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I did that correctly. So why I do that? So first, this is an array of pointers. So here I'll show you. I'll give you a idea of what happened. Okay. So dp is an array of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just imagine there's another 5. Okay, just 5 more boxes. Okay, and these all have memory addresses to a integer, to a double pointers. So they all have memory addresses. So what I did was I allocated space for every single one of these, and then I dereferenced the data that each of these are pointing to. I set them to 0. So that's what I did. So yeah, they all pointed to doubles, and I allocated memory for them, and then now actually after this I should delete memory. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I should do delete dp at I. So then memory is gonna be cleared. So I don't have a problem. Yeah. Okay. Next exercise. I write a short C++ function that takes an integer n and returns the sum of all the integers smaller than n. Returns the sum of all integers smaller than n. Okay, that's not that hard. Okay, so damn. Well, okay, so here I'm gonna take this prompt. Guys, you have to do this before I do. Write a short C++ function that takes an integer of n and returns the sum of all the integers smaller than n. Okay. So I'm gonna do that right now. How about just comment this out? Okay. Comment. Okay, so we are going to write a function that takes an integer n and returns the sum of all the integers smaller than n. Okay, so how do I do that? Well, first I gotta prototype it. Okay, integers. It's gonna return sum all integers less than n. I gotta be very specific. Okay. I'm not gonna prototype it because I'm just gonna do everything above main for now. So what am I gonna do? Well, I'm gonna have an integer sum. I'm gonna set it to 0. I'm gonna loop through all the integers that are less than n, and then I'm just gonna sum it. Sum is going to plus equal to n. No, I. Then I'm gonna return sum. Okay. I'm gonna call this function int sum, which is equal to that. So all the integers less than 100. What is it? Sum of all integers less than 100. Sum. Alright, let's see what happens. Sum of all integers less than 100, 4,950. Okay, let's see. What if it's less than 5? This should just add up 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 10. 0 plus 1. Here's 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7. Smaller than n. Is that right? I feel like that's not right. I could be wrong though. Alright, what is it? 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Oh, okay, yeah, it is. Okay. Well, so we're done with that. Write a C++ function is a multiple that takes too long in values. M returns true if and only if n is a multiple of n. Okay, that's not hard. Let's do this. Okay, so we're gonna go back up here. So I need to write a C++ function. Takes two integers. So it's gonna be Boolean is multiple. It takes in long m and n. Return true if and only if n is a multiple of m. N is a multiple of m. That means that n mod m is not equal to is equal to 0. Yeah, return if the remainder of n, which is this, if n divided by m is equal to 0, then it's a multiple. Yeah, if the remainder is 0, then it's a multiple. Yeah, that's not okay. That was not bad. We could see this, test it out. Comment this out. So is 10 a multiple of, is 2 a multiple of 10? It should return true. Should be yes. No, why isn't it? Wait, did I write it wrong? Takes two positive long integers, returns true if and only n is a multiple of n. Oh, n is a multiple of m. That is, n is equal to m times I. Shouldn't it be m is equal to n times I? N is a multiple m. So m mod n? Is that what it's talking about? Okay, yeah. I think they spelled it. They switched it wrong. But yeah, 2 is a multiple of 10, so return 1, which is true. Let's go to the next one. Write a C++ function print array that prints an m by n two-dimensional array of integers declared to be int star star a to the standard output. Each of the m rows should appear on a separate line. So, alright guys, now we're gonna do some more exercises. Write a C++ function called print array that prints a m by n two-dimensional array of a integers, declared to be int star star a to the standard output. Each of the m rows should appear on a separate line. So it prints an m by n dimensional array of a integers. Okay, so that's not that bad. Let's just do this. You guys, okay, I'm gonna delete all this other stuff. I don't have enough space. But I showed you. You could just pause the video and just do it again. I guess here. I don't have enough space, so I'm deleting this. I'll keep the function name. Why not? But okay. So I'm gonna write a C++ function called print array. It's going to have star star a, and then it has m by n dimensions. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to just loop through 0 I less than m. This is a row. Then I gotta loop through the columns. Actually, okay, I'll call it row and column just for good variable names. Yeah. Okay, so I got that. All you gotta do is just do cout. I don't get how this is that bad. Just cout a at row call, and you're gonna put a space. Then at the end of each row we do end L. Okay, and that's not that bad. Okay, so now I'm going to create an array, two-dimensional array that has values 1, 2, 3 as that. It's gonna have 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9. What is this? Oh, how many rows? There's 3 rows and 3 columns. 3 rows and 3 columns. Ow. Okay. So I'm gonna print out called print array, and then I do pass in a 3 rows and then 3 columns. And then ideally, this should print out. What is the matter with this? Yeah, it's an array of pointers. Oh my gosh. Oh. I think I know why. Okay, so it prints an m by n two-dimensional array of integers declared to be star AA to the standard output. So they're not considering this to be a two-dimensional array of integers. Why? A three-dimensional. It is only two-dimensional. Wait. No. Yeah. 3, 3. Okay. So what if I do this? Oh, okay, okay. So I actually have to initialize this two-dimensional array. So I have to do new int. Okay, no, okay. So I have to create. So I created this pointer. Okay, I gotta be. It has to be new int. Yeah. What is the problem? What's the matter with this? Okay, so I need to create new int new. So I basically have to do A and then do that. Let's create 3. Right? It's an array of pointers. Then I have to do for loop int I equals 0 to 3. And then inside this array of pointers, star A at I is going to equal to, I don't know, 3, whatever. I have no idea. Too many initialization values. Okay. Okay, no, 3. Then I have to loop through this again. What? What? I did that. New. Okay, okay, so basically I have to initialize 3 of the things. So I'm gonna search up how to do this. I'm actually not sure how to initialize 2D array with pointers. In C++. I'm not sure how you would do it. Oh. Okay, so okay. So you do this, then you create oh, it's like that. Okay. Dynamic array of size 5. Then okay. So, yeah. Let's just do this. Okay. Okay, so this is what we do. You do this. Then you would do loop through 5 or whatever, 3, whatever. And you would just pass in. Now it points to the new memory. And yeah. It's just make this A. Make this A. Make this A. And once it goes to new memory, that means we allocated it. And now we have to loop through it from J0 to J is less than 10, J++. And now we need to give it initialize it to have values. So yeah, I'm gonna actually set this 3 to 3, 3. Okay, and then J is gonna be to 3, and I'm just gonna set A at I is going to wait. We need to give it some values. A at I at J is going to equal to 10. Yeah, and that should, I just print out all the values of it. Yep, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay, so yeah. If you want to do it individually, I'm guessing you have to find a way to pass it in. Pass in 2D array as array of pointers in C++. We could do that. Oh, I didn't even know that. That works. Okay, yeah. So we know this print array works. Let's go to the next one. What if anything is different from the behavior of the tube thing that increment? Okay, so these actually just, so we know what the difference is. Difference is that this would change, this would not change the value because they made a copy of X. This, for instance, is that it would change the value. Write a C++ class flower that has 3 member variables of type string, and its petal. Your class must include a constructor that initializes it, and your class should. Okay. We'll do that. Why not? Class string. Okay. I'm gonna do that for a second. So how would you do that? It'd just be. Wait, not class string. Class flower. So class flower. What is it gonna have? Wait a second. 3 member variables string. String, int, and float. Name of flower. String. Damn. Integer. What was it? Number of petals? Number of petals. And then was it double price? Was that what they said? Float price. Okay. And then what do they want me to do? They need a constructor that initializes each variable to an appropriate type, and your class should include functions setting each value and getting the value of each type. Okay, that's not that bad. Just do. Whoops, my bad. I'm rendering the other video while I'm doing this. Just do flower. This should be private. This is gonna be public. And I actually don't remember how to write it, but I think it's flower, and then it's gonna be the name of the constructor. So it's just gonna be flower, like that. What the heck? Yeah, okay. So it'll be flower. Then I want to initialize them, so I'm gonna do it just name. What am I gonna initialize the name to? String n int p float price. Name num peds petals, and then float price pr. Okay, so I'm gonna initialize name to have name. No. This name. Can I do this name? Okay. I'll just do n. I want to have different names. So name's gonna have the value of n. Num petals. Gonna have the value petals. I think you could initialize them this way. I'm pretty sure. Float. What is it? P price is gonna have p r. I think. Okay. That should work, I guess. Let me see. Go back. Let's look at the thing. How to write constructors. Yeah, so public counter. Yeah. Yes. Type. Hang on. Passenger type. Yeah, so they did it this way. Which I guess you can do it this way. Yeah. Destructors. Okay, yeah, so we're doing it this way. Name, float, yeah. Yeah. It's not that bad. Yeah, so it works, so I mean, what else? Get name, string get name. String set name. This is just going to void actually. N is going to initialize it as num petals. has to be void. P. Petals, non-petals. Equal to P. Let's see. So yeah, that should work. Price. It's just the same thing. I don't want to write it again. What else? I'm pretty sure that was it. Okay. Modify the class from code fragment 1.2 to check that the price argument passed the function charge it and the payment argument passed the function are positive. Okay. I'm gonna take a few minutes of break and then I'll come back to finish this part. Alright guys, we're back and we're gonna do this modify the credit card class from code fragment 1.3 to check that the price argument passed the function charge it and the payment argument passed the function make payment are positive. So I'm gonna copy that. Guys, you gotta make sure you guys do this while I'm doing before I do it, not just during, not just copying me doing it, because then you won't learn anything. Understand what I'm talking about? Alright, modify the class 1.3. Okay, so what was the class? Credit card. Okay, so 1.3. So 1.3. Where is the credit card class? Is it this one? Alright, let me go back. What was it? Well, class 1.3. Code fragment 1.3. Okay, where is code fragment 1.3? Code fragment 1.3. I think it's one of these. So it's in class, definitely. Where is it? Credit card, right? So let's just keep going. Find it and we'll copy it. Credit. This is counter. Where's credit card? Passenger. Constructor. Instructor, destructor, vector, credit card, credit card. Where's the credit card? Oh, okay, so we're gonna copy this credit card. Just take all of this. So they want us to create this header file, so I'll copy all this, created a header file. So let me just get out of here. Header file, new class. What is it? Credit card. And yeah. Okay, I'll just take out this because I don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need it. We don't need that. Okay, so we copied this. What do they want us to do? They want us to, modify it so that, okay, so I need a CPP file of this. Charge it, okay. So it's the CPP file. Alright, now we're going to go back to the exercises, and we're going to do it. Charge it. Whoops, my fault. My fault. Oh my god, my fault. Okay, so let's go back here, and we're going to charge it. Modify this to check that the price argument passes the function are positive. Okay, so then I just got to go here and create the credit card CPP. Wait. Okay, I don't know what that was, but I'll just click on it anyway. Oh. Okay. Why is this not working? So they want me to modify charge it so that, let me see, are positive. The price passed in the function, so price has to be positive. So charge it, so I'll just return price has to be, if price is less than 0, then do that. Yeah. Then just return false. What else? And the payment argument passed are positive. So if the payment is, if payment is greater than 0, then I'll do it. Should make it greater or equal to, yeah. So yeah, I think that was it. Modify the credit card to charge interest on each payment. What does that mean? Charge interest on each payment. Okay, I don't feel like doing that. So you guys could do that. Modify it to charge internal variables. Okay, so what else? We already did this. All kinds. This is just the same thing that we did before. Write a short is to power. It returns true if it is a power of 2. I don't feel like doing that. Write a short function that takes n and returns a sum of all integers smaller than n. We already did that. Write a short C++ that takes an integer n and returns a sum of all the odd numbers smaller than n. Well, that's not that bad, but I feel like it's not. You should check if it's divided by 2, and if it is, you should keep adding it. Write a C++ function that takes a positive double x and returns the number of times we can divide x by 2 before we get a number less than 2. That's not that bad. You guys could do that. Write a pseudocode description of a method that reverses an array of n so that the numbers are when they were. Okay, I might do this one. Okay, if there's a pair of numbers in there whose product is even. Ooh. Okay, so I might do some of these. Okay, so if I want to reverse a list of numbers, so I'll create a function that reverses a array of numbers. That's not that bad. So here, reverse array of numbers, void reverse, and then I'm just gonna pass in, and I need a length of it. So what are we gonna do? Well, I want to reverse everything, so I want 1, 2. Let's say I give it 1, 2, 3, 4. I want it to become 4, 3, 2, 1. The way to do that is just to copy everything from 4. So I have to loop through it. We know we need to loop through it. So int I equals 0, I is less than length, I plus plus. Okay, so this gets the number 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? But I want to make 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add by the length minus 1. No, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the length if I multiply the index from I, which is 0, to become 2, then that gets 0, right? And I'm going to have I is going to equal to... How can we do that? There's a way to do this in one loop. I think we could do this. Okay, so I'm going to not do it with one loop first, but I'm going to do it with the... So here's what I'm going to do. I is going to be length minus 1, while it's greater than 0. We're going to keep subtracting, okay? So we're going to... Wait, if it's greater than... No, while it's greater than 0. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. It's going to start at 0, 1, 2, 3, right? At the 4. Is 4 greater than 0? Yes. Subtract 1. So I'm going to have another index. Index is going to start from 0. And then every time I'm going to have array at I. Array at index is going to equal to array at I. And then I'm going to do index plus plus. So what does this do? This is going to go from 0 to, it's going to go to, this is going to, okay, this is going to, what's it's going to do? So it's going to start at 4, right? And then it's going to say, okay, at 0th index, 1's going to become 4. So that it does that. And then it adds 1. Then index 2. What is it going to do? It's going to realize, okay, 2 is going to become 3. Does that. Then at index 3, which is 3, it's going to add, but I still need 2 and 1. 2 and 1 is changed. That's a problem. How am I going to reverse this array of numbers? Okay, so you could have 4, 3, 2, 1 has to become 1, 2, 3, 4. You could start at the end. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a mathematical function, okay? So at index 0, it's 1, right? At index 1, it's 2. This is going to be index, and this is going to be the number, right? So index 0, so at index 1, it's number 2. Index 2 is number 3. And index 3 is number 4. So now what I'm going to do, I want to get this number, right? So what is this form? Well, to do that, I'm going to get index 0, it has a number 4. Index 1 has a number 3. Index 2 has a number 2. And index 1 has the 3 has a number 2. Index 1 has the number 1. Oh. Index 4 has a number 1. Okay. Okay, so now what does this number correspond to? This number corresponds to index 3. This number corresponds to index 2. This number corresponds to index 1. And this number corresponds to index 2, 0, right? So this is the number corresponding to the one current index. So I want 0 to have the index 3, 1 to have index 2, 2 to have the index 1, 4 to have the index 0. So what does that mean? I want to have the index. Let's just see if this works. Maybe it works. I don't know. I don't think it works, but let's just see if it works. Alright, now we're going to reverse this array and then print out the array. Call this function reverse array. Length, what is length? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And then I'm going to print out it works, I'm surprised. I don't think it'll work. 1, 2. It should be 4, 3, 2, 1. Ideally, this should be 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 3, 4. Okay, yeah. So, problem is that once you change your array, the number is changed. So what we want to do is we want to loop through it, not only setting this value to have the thing, but we also want to set the other part to have it. So a way to do that is to loop through loop through the middle. You go up to the middle, length divided by 2 is 0, 1, 2, and then you set okay, so we don't do that. We loop through the middle, and we also set the 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have to set, let me see, let me think. So 0 is 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so what does that mean? So we need to set these numbers to, so I'm going to set 4 at 0 is equal to 4, but I also want to set at the length is equal to 1 in order to reverse it. So I'm going to set 4 array at 1 at 0 is going to equal to array at length minus 1, and then I'm going to do array at 1 is going to equal to array at length minus 2, but I also want to go from, I want to set array at length minus 1 is equal to, so I need to, okay, so here's what I'm going to do. We're not going to do this. We're going to loop through it to 0 to, let's think this through. Okay, we're going to think this through. Okay, so if you want to reverse something, 2, 1. Okay, if you want to reverse this, let's think of this through. How would you do this normally? Well, this is what you would do. You would set array at 0 is going to equal to array at length minus 1. Then you do array at 1 is going to, then I want to create a temporary integer, right? But I also want to do array at length minus 1 is equal to temp, if that makes any sense. Array at length minus 1, and then this is going to just keep going. So this is going to be array at index minus 2, 3, 4. Okay, so then I'm going to subtract by 1. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Okay, so for loop int I equals 0, I is, what am I going to go? I'm going to go up to the length, okay? And then I plus plus, okay? So in this for loop, I go up to the length. What am I going to do? I'm going to get the first value. Temp is equal to 8 at 1. A at I. Then I set A at I is equal to length minus A at I. a at I is going to equal to a at length minus I, because it's going to minus 0, 0, minus 1. So I'm going to set this equal. No, yeah, less than or equal to length minus 1. Then this is going to be equal to I. Alright guys, so I got the answer, and I just want to show you guys how to do it. So pretty much what I did was, to get this answer, this is actually better if you do it here like that. Okay, so what I did was, to get the answer, here's what you did. At first it was like, okay, so I want this value to have the last value, right? So I was like, okay, so a at 0 must have a at length minus 1, right? Then I was like, wait, but I want a at length minus 1 to have whatever value at a at 0. In order for that to happen, I needed to create a temporary variable that has a at 0, right, in order to set it. Then I was like, okay, well, what about the next iteration? Well, the next iteration, temp is equal to a at 1, then a at 0 is going to equal to a at length minus 2, my bad. So then a at length minus 2 is equal to a at 1. So I was like, okay, so how do I do that? So what I did was, like, okay, to put in a for loop, I put this in a for loop, right? This statement first. Then I was like, okay, I'm going to go from I to the half of it, because I only need to go up to the half of it. I didn't have to go up to the length. Okay? And then I was just like, okay, I'll just set the temporary at a at I is just going to be the index of I is just going to go 1 to the length, 0 to the length, right? I for the array. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to create an index, end index, and it's going to start at length minus 1, and then I will just set the end index to equal to the temp for this part, for the length minus 2, right? Because this keeps getting subtracted by 1 every time. So I was like, okay, well, I'll do that. So then I'm going to put that here, and then I'm going to subtract 1 post decrement. So it subtracts 1 afterwards. So yeah, that's how I got this. So if you run it, 1, 2, 3, 4 actually becomes 4, 3, 2, 1. So that was the thing that I did. And if you do put anything, it would actually reverse it. If you put any number. Yeah, 5, 5, 35, 52, 3. Yeah, so that's what I did. Alright, let's see the second one. Write a short determines if there's a pair whose product is even. A short C++ function that takes an array. Well, that's not that bad. To do that, you have to multiply every single pair in the array to see if there's a product that's even. It's not that bad. Or it's just, all you have to do is just loop through. For that one, you just loop through the array and be like, okay, I'm gonna multiply it with another index, which is the one next to it, I think, and then see if that product is even. So how would I do that? Okay, let's say I want to find the even product. Find product even. So I'm going to do this, boolean is even product. So I'm going to pass in my array and then the length of the array. So if what would you do? Okay, so you would go, what I would do, I would go through every single, my fault, int I for int I equals 0, I is less than array length I plus plus. So I'm going to go through every single value inside the array. So currently this is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? To see if there's a product even. I'm going to go through here. Then I need another one here. I'm going to go through here to see if the product is even. I have to multiply with another iteration to see if it's even. And then I multiply it again. So all you have to do is just do for int j is equal to 0, j is less than length, j plus plus. We're not going to multiply by itself, we're going to multiply by I plus 1. So then what this is going to do, we're going to have 0, 1, 2, 3. We're going to compare with the next one to see if there's an even product. If there's an even, we return true. So how to check if it's even? I times a at j mod 2 is equal to 0. If that's true, it's just return true. Let me just put this here. And let's just see if there's an even product. 1, 2, 3. I think there is. Just the first one's already even, so it returns true. I don't know any other way to do it. You guys could put it in the comment section below. Is there an easier way to do it? Is there an even product? C out. Even product A, and then length have 4. Length is 4. Okay. And then yeah, just see. I think this is definitely there is one. The first one's already even. Yeah. So. Yeah, that was it. Takes a vector of int values and determine if all the numbers are different from each other. That is, they are distinct. You can. Alright guys, so you that's not that bad. Okay, I'll just tell you the gist of it. So if you want to print determine if they are distinct from another, so you would loop through. So you have a vector of integer values, right? You would loop through it and you would just check, is it the same as my, with the number next to it, right? And if it is, then I return false. Otherwise, I return true. That's what you would do. Otherwise, after the loop, after the whole loop, I return true. Okay. Write a C++ that takes a vector of integer values and prints all the odd numbers. So you just mod it by 2 to see if there's a odd number. Let me see. Write a C++ that takes an array containing the set of all integers from the range 1 to 53 and shuffles it in random order. Use the root to shuffle the. Okay, that's not that bad. I don't know if I should do that. I think we should do this one, this, or this one. I don't know. Write a C that prints all possible strings formed by using each of the characters exactly once. So that's not that bad. Okay, so all possible strings. Okay, so I'll just print out all possible strings. All possible string, possible outcomes. What was it? Int A, not int A. It was a char array, right? And then it had how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Had 6. Okay. Length. Okay. So you want to print out all possible outcomes. Just I'll make this void. Okay, we're gonna do this. This is really stupid, but you have to brute force it. So start at 0. Length. Then you want to do j is equal to 0. J is less than length. J plus plus. And how many do you want? We're going to use for loops to print all possible outcomes. So k is 0, k is less than length, k plus plus. How many for loops? We need a for loop for every single 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we need a for loop for 6 of them. W. One, two, three, four. Into T. So we need 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need another one. 6. V is equal to 0. V is less than length. V plus plus. And what we're gonna do in here? Whoops. We are just going to see out. Okay, a at I plus a at j plus a at k plus a at w plus a at t plus a at v. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and L. Ideally, this should print out all the possible outcomes, and I think it would. I'm pretty sure it would. Let's just see if it works. All possible outcomes of this character. What was it? Char. What was it? A, B, C, D, E, F. Exactly once. Okay. Paste. Alright, so once we have that, we want the length, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We want 6. It's gonna be this. And then what the I declared it twice. Alright, yeah, that should print out all possible outcomes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoa. Okay, wait, stop. Okay, I meant to put it as a character. This doesn't add the how to concatenate characters. Oh, okay. String concat is equal to nothing. Concat plus cout concat. Let's see what happens. Whoa. Okay, I didn't do this right. You want all the possible outcomes. Let's see, what am I doing wrong? Wait, okay, maybe I'm not concatenating it correctly. A at I, A at J, A at K, A at W, A at T, A at V. Okay, now I want to get concatenate characters in C++. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it would just do that. Maybe I'm not coding it correctly. I'm pretty sure this is right. Oh, wait. Because if you want to print out something like all the possible outcomes, that's normally how you would do it. A at J, A at J, A at K. Oh. Oh, I know why. I have to reset it every single time. Okay, let's see. Nope. I want to concatenate characters. A, B, C, D, E, F, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I had 6 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 for loops, right? Should A. Something's wrong with this. Why won't it add them together? So ideally this should concatenate A, B, C, D, E, F first. No, it should be A first. That's what it should do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the problem? Want all the possible outcomes. Alright, let's say if it wasn't A. How to concatenate arrays. Why isn't this working? Alright guys, we got it. The problem was that you had to do order of operations first. So how we did that was you just put a parentheses, concat plus A of I, in another parentheses, and that got all the combinations of every single letter we knew in existence for all these 6 things. Look at that. Yeah, so if I run it again, yeah, gets every possible combination. It's pretty cool. Pretty useful, yeah. Every possible combination there is. So yeah. And you guys should do some of these problems. I'm not gonna do all of them. Let's see. This is a cool one. Oh, well, this was the easy one. Product of A and B returns a vector C of the same length. All you just have to do is loop through them once, and then have another integer storing have a second integer that stores the product of each of them, and then store each of them in a new vector. That's all you have to do. Let me see. What's another one? This one's not bad. Show override C++ operators in order to implement the addition of 2 vectors. That's very hard. Actually, that's not that bad. Let's see. What other projects are there? Write an efficient C that takes any 2 and returns 2 as long. You should not multiply 2 by itself. There are faster ways of computing 2 to the I. Okay, what about these projects? Common punishment is to write out the same sentence multiple times. The program should number each of these sentences, and it should accidentally make 8 different random looking typos at various points in the listing so that it looks like a human typed it by hand. Oh, that's pretty cool. 8 different random looking typos at various points. Just create a random number, and then just in the string, just let me see. Write out the sentence 100 times, right? But then each time it would swap it with another integer, another letter. So if you want to make 8 different random looking typos I don't know how else to make it a typo, but I'm guessing you swap it for the random letter in the alphabet. So you create your program should number each of these sentences and it should accidentally make 8 randomly. Yeah, that's what you do. Let me see. Write a C++ program that given a starting day. Okay, so this is just a loop thing. Each week should be printed as separate. Okay. Birthday parrot says that probably that 2 or more people in a room will have the same birthdays more than half as long as the number of people in the room. More than 23. The poverty is really a paradox. Many people find it surprising. Design a C++ that can test this paradox by series of experiments on randomly generated birthdays. Test this form with this. You should run at least 10 experiments for each. Oh, I don't want to do that. Alright guys, so yeah, you should do some of these. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'll check you guys later. Tomorrow we'll do something else. Yeah.